Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Vasta Pirate. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm at Markham Woods and I'm going to be starting a new video series I'm going to be calling Trailgate Reviews. So the idea here is that I'm going to be reviewing a product out of the tailgate of my car, and then I'll be taking the product to the trail to test it out and give you further impressions. So without further ado, let's kick off today's review. Alright, this morning I'm going to be taking a look at the Joby Gorillapod with the GoPro attachment. Now the reason I picked this up is I've kind of been thinking about adding some more interesting shots to my videos. Now if you watch my channel, you'll probably see a lot of videos where I just have a point of view shot from my chest mounted or helmet mounted GoPro. So it kind of gives, you know, a point of view perspective, but this tripod is actually gonna allow me to get more interesting and dynamic shots on the trail. As you can see, it's designed to be mounted on trees, poles, because it's got these bendy legs. So, you know, let's actually open this up and take a look what it looks like, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put it to use on the trails. So coming right out of the box, pretty well packaged. Let's not lose this. So this here is actually the GoPro attachment. Let me open this up and take a look. Oh, it's a little harder than gloves. So this bit right here is actually going to be for the DSLR. As you can see, this bit right here. So I'm going to save it because I do have a DSLR cam. And then this part is going to be for the GoPro, I imagine. So we're going to want to save that because this bit is actually going to go and allow us to mount the GoPro on it. But let's take a look at the tripod itself. The legs are super bendy and they seem to be staying in place. And another feature that I liked, actually I watched some videos of this, is that it has this adjustment here that lets you set the angle so you can tilt the GoPro at a different angle and then lock it. Oh, and you actually also have this meter here, so you can level. You have a level, if you can see, you can actually level your shots. This is a very handy feature. So I did want to compare this because this isn't the first product of this kind that I picked up. I actually did pick up something similar, and I was being cheap about it, so I picked up a bit of a knockoff Gorillapod, and I'll show you the problem with this one. And as you can see, it just kind of disintegrated over time, and it also doesn't really, yeah, there you go, it just breaks. Things are just falling apart. So this one was a little bit cheaper. I think this one was like 15 bucks, and I thought, like, well, how bad can it be? And yeah, it's pretty bad. So if you're going to be picking up one of these, definitely I'd say go for the Joby. This is the original. It's like $30, but I think it's going to be worth it. So enough chat for today. Let's actually go ahead and take this to the trail, and I'm going to try to mount it to some trees and rocks and get some cool shots for today's ride. Alright, so I found another location for a spot I'd like to shoot, and this is something they've added recently also. There's a couple of rollers here and you can catch some air right here. So I'd like to get a shot of me kind of going through this area here. So I'm going to look around for some good trees to mount this camera on, and I think, let's see what's going to give us a good perspective. I feel like this tree right here is going to be a good mounting spot, so let's get this camera mounted up here. Alright, so once again I was able to very easily mount this on the tree. It hugs the tree very well, and like I said, this thing here is I can position it exactly where I want to get the shot. So let's get that set up. Now here's going to be a little bit more of a challenging shot, because here what we have is a berm. Now this was recently added at Markham Woods here, but I'd like to get a shot of me kind of riding up on the berm and going across, and I want to see if I'm able to mount this on one of these boards here. So we're going to put the Gorillapod to the test and see if I can find a way to mount it on this kind of surface. Let's take a look. Alright, so over here I kind of had to improvise a little bit because I did want to get a shot of me kind of coming over from over there and riding in front of the camera. So I was able to put the tripod, as you can see the legs are kind of bendy, so I was able to put a leg here, and then the ridges here kind of holding it up. Overall it seems pretty stable. I don't think it should fall, so let's go and get that action shot. So I think there's going to be a good shot of me here coming up the trail. There's a bit of a winding trail section and some cool woods. I think it's going to look interesting, but this time I'd like to just put the tripod and see how I can actually, you know, I have a bit of a uneven surface here. So I'd like to try to see if I can put down the tripod here and have it sit firmly and get a shot of me through the trees here riding up. So let's get that set up. I'm very happy with how I'm actually able to position this. You know, this is not something I'm able to do with the regular tripod or the GoPro tripod or anything really. This is super cool. So let's get the shot now. Alright, so a pretty simple setup here. I just put it flat on the ground, but even if the ground's not even, you can kind of see I'm able to adjust the tripod legs, and I got a good setup here for an action shot of me riding down the skinny. Oh, and hey, don't forget to push record, because I definitely did. Alright, so the problem here was I came up on this skinny, but as you can see this thing here moves. So as I went up, I think it moved and I hit my front wheel right here. This actually came apart. So yeah, definitely be careful on these skinnies, but hey, at least I got a cool crash shot of me doing a simple feature. I'm okay though. Alright guys, well I'm back in my car, and I gotta say I really love this Gorillapod. I was able to put it on every tree and every surface that I wanted to, and it held very firmly. So these legs are very bendy and they're very firm. So once you actually lock them on a tree or any surface, they stay put. I was also able to adjust this camera any way I wanted to, because it's got a swivel here. So I have to say I'm very happy with this product. You know, I'll be doing a long-term review to let you know how well it holds up over time, but I know Gorillapod actually stands by their products and they have a good warranty as well. Another thing that I didn't mention that I also really like is that you can actually use this as a selfie stick. You know, I can hold it like this and get some good footage of myself if I wanted to. So it's a very versatile tripod. I would say if you're doing any kind of outdoor activities and filming with your GoPro, I strongly recommend it. Alright guys, well that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed it and found it helpful, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time.